decision time in Group B. We repeat it once again for people a little later. Sock needs a 2-0 win to advance after Colorful. Soin needs one map, and that would guarantee his second place. Here we have Northern Isles and Tidehunters.
Alright, Sock removes Amazonia and Concealed, and Soin Echo Isles as always, and Last Refuge taken out there. He doesn't want to have to deal with that early Shadow Priest, which can make things much easier. Best of 2. Big decision. Pressure especially on Sock. He needs to 2-0. Can he keep his nerves calm? Can he step it up? Can he show his former strength once more? Because recently Sock really hasn't been impressing that much, but he has a chance now to redeem himself.
Okay then. There's so much pressure on these guys right now. I don't know how to handle. These guys have to. I hope that they can keep their calm. I hope they can bring their A game. This matchup would certainly deserve it. It's a banger matchup for sure. They know each other inside out. Former roommates, of course. We have to mention this over and over. On this patch, Soin won both matches they played in Smile Cup 2 and also in the tag team tournament that Todd organized. In the regionals as well, they met in the group stage, and that was Soin's next breakout performance, I would say, with the playoffs that he made happen there. Top 6 performance. He defeated Sock 2-0, and judging from the past results, like group stage elimination for Sock at Smile Cup and Huya, really not that great, while Soin is at the moment always a contender for the playoffs, so he could just repeat it. It feels like Soin has this counter curse compared to Lawlight. When it's a tier 1 tournament, he's there to shine, while Lawlight, as we saw earlier, always crumbles under the pressure.
Yeah, that was sad to see. Hopefully that's not going to be the case here. Of course, there can only be one winner, but we're hoping for both to play their best. And Sock starting off with the green camp. Not going for the Tuskar camp first, which is also very popular nowadays to get that level 2 secured. But he wants to go for a fast tech. 3 peasant creep only, so very little lumber invested there, and a 3 farm tech without a tower. So it's going to be a pretty fast tech here for Sock. He took a bit too much damage on that one peasant. That one might go down, but one peasant dying isn't the end of the world. Summons the second water elemental right away, and it's going to be a defensive early here by Sock, trying to ensure his economy remains active and healthy, and go to that tier 2 fast.
Yeah, with that second summon, maybe you can skip that Arcane Tower, tech a little faster. He needs to secure level 2 at some point to get that mana regen rolling. So far, Soin does a good job, almost a wolf kill. And then ends there, unlucky on the footman. Next wolf, severely hurt. You don't want to give these experiences away. Good control by Sock though, saving that hurt footman.
Fortunate find here with the ring. You want to have some form of bonus damage, but that was not to be so far. One footman being put on a headhunter right away to chase that one away. Also interesting, but it's the second footman now very, very hurt. And with footies hurt, it's going to be a lot harder. Oh, the last hit goes to Sock. That was a big move. Gets the level 2. Item actually going to Soin, and he gets the slippers. And it's another footy super hurt. Now it's 3 footmen half dead. And with that the case, it's going to be much harder to pressure with defense like we saw before.
Yep, and this one is actually going down. Rally point a little wrong, or the shift queue a little messed up there. Wolf gets the kill, and Soin, he's getting away with a 1.4 Farseer. That's really good for an early game.
Absolutely. Got some very valuable experience here. AM going for the boots, which normally means that we're going to see an MK later. On Beastmaster and Pana, you don't really need boots.
True. Good point.
But I mean, boots are never bad, of course, but they're also a pretty expensive investment.
Did I live to see the day where you kinda critique boots, or not rave over boots?
I guess we saw earlier when Chimika was playing that he was also quite rich on tier 2, couldn't spend his gold too well. Maybe that's just part of this build, that you're gonna have a bit of a surplus of gold at some point. Good movement by Soin. He's intercepting the move here from Sock towards his main base, and he's going early into grunts. So 3 headhunters into grunts, very quickly transitioning here into grunts to not be do not have that much trouble against the defense footies.
I agree. This is unusual. We don't see that too often. And it is a panda. And of course, grunts don't take that much damage from Breath of Fire, percentage-wise, than a Headhunter would do. And he's intercepting a footman again and gets another kill. Soin, is this like smooth sailing towards the playoffs?
Running in with the footies into the main. There's not much damage to be done here, though. When you have a panda, you kind of have to go for the units rather than the buildings. With the Quilbies, you can easily cancel buildings. Here with that, not so much the case. There we go. First Breath of Fire comes in, but the AM somewhere else. Where's the AM going? This all doesn't seem to be coming together too well for Sock.
Panda is almost surrounded there, taking heaps of damage. TC, of course, would love to creep, but with Stomp, he's a viable force in the defense as well. Breath of Fire used. Can he get that Stomp to save the Headhunter? Actually looks like it. Will the Panda turn around? He can't really afford that, as the Wolves are hungry, and Soin with excellent execution.
There's an opportunity here for the AM to find follow-up kills. He's got the boot, so he can chase pretty well. There's a lot of low targets everywhere, but it's hard to spot them right now, I guess. So this Headhunter is certainly dead. Getting Frog blocked a little bit. You want at least 2 Headhunters. I'd say you want more than just 2 Headhunters in this kind of an aggressive early tier 2. But seems like this is only the single first kill here now, going to Sock.
The frogs, they want to cuddle today. Maybe they drank a little bit too much water. We got a shop now up for Sock so he can heal himself. And the casters are coming too. TC needs to level, Farseer needs to level, Panda needs to level. I guess the next moment could be relatively tame. Archmage could always do something, but he summoned the next Water Elemental, so he's out of mana. No chance to attack at this point.
Oh wow, cool creep by Sock with the defense. He can creep the marketplace pretty well and gets the heal wards, which is so good right now. And the Farseer is looking for the opponent, but he didn't consider this option. That's really, really cool. Making use of defense here for the big camp.
Alright then, TC didn't even start the natural yet, so that is indeed the momentum swinging back a little bit into Sock's favor. Farseer is roaming around trying to find reinforcements or find Sock creeping somewhere, but instantly moving the reinforcements back. Sock up to speed as well.
Gonna be a steal here against the Tuskarrs. Very rarely the case that the human can be the one to steal this off of the enemy side. And again, it's the heal ward that makes creeping this much easier. But not that much damage here in Sock's army. Doesn't have level 2 Watch Elementals. In fact, probably doesn't want to skill into level 2 Watch Elementals. Gets Panda level 2 now, and it's gonna get the item in a moment. But the second big camp in the middle will go to Soin. It's gonna be level 3 TC and also the first heal scroll of the game.
Shop control. We mentioned this earlier. Super duper important in the Lin versus Chemico match. And also here on Northern Isles, only one shop, but Sock is coming in for the defense. Tame time is over. Spike barricades, we see it more and more, but no reinforced defenses. So all the Kodo almost intercepted, eats his way out. Water Elemental blocks the way again.
It's gonna be the Burrow going down. Farseer gets level 2. I think some of the reinforcements by Sock perhaps caught in the middle. Some of the casters especially. Supply lead for the Orc and a lot of gold. The expansion is coming up behind this. Slow on the Raider, but good purge gets him out of there. Wonderful stomp from the TC. And the army here for Sock is not looking too impressive.
I think he got the Burrow. That's initially what he wanted, but on that cost, I'm not too sure. Down to 40 supply is Sock. Little misleading overlay here. Raider gets away again. Showing good unit control by Soin, who salvaged this really well. This could have been way worse.
Does he have the damage to get the cancel there? Yes, he does. This is a great haul, not close to completion yet. Where's the Panda? He ran all the way back home. Oh, he's going to creep with Militia at the same time. That's kind of cool. Foot is in the AM, cancel the expansion, and the Panda already in the south to creep again with the heal word.
That doesn't cost many HP, does it? TC level 3 has a Devotion Aura, that's excellent. He got the first heal scroll already. Scroll of the Beast still up for Sock, but that doesn't do too much if you don't have rifles for a caster army. Really an item that you should sell. TP by the Archmage now was caught at the lab, saving everything, but also the Raider is secured. Still everybody's game. No decision made yet.
So in pushing forward, he got that speed, that heal scroll still, feeling pretty feisty now, looking for that fight the Panda, not quite level 3 yet. That will be the big level up coming up next. And Snare flies, these early raiders, wonderful to get these pickoffs, and Sock gonna be forced to fight. He doesn't exactly look ready yet though.
One breaker down, one Kodo can still eat, and he's blocking the tag tree for breakers as well by killing the sharp speed scroll out. If that works, and this doesn't cost much, and that was a phenomenal push by Soin. Surgical strike into the human base.
Does he realize that there's an expansion coming up? That's the question. Not clear yet. Wolves getting stolen. Now switching sides to the human. Should be getting purged quickly, I guess. Panda so close to level 3. Doesn't quite have it yet. That one headhunter kill wasn't enough. And these end snare focus fires against the breakers leading to quite a few kills. Big heal scroll coming in from Soin as well. And Soin is taking the supply lead.
The Panda's so close to 3, man. He has to learn just a tiny little bit to throw the bigger fire, but Soin is not giving it to him just yet. This raider finally dies. He has a little bit of mana left, so the next breath of fire will clearly hurt. TC in trouble. And that's it for the supply. Okay, still has the supply lead, but forces the TP out as well. Gets the shaman for his efforts, and that last moment of the fight belong to Sock.
Yeah. Importantly, though, the middle now can be taken by Sock. He can get the heal scroll here. Can sell the scroll to the beast, maybe. Not really that good on a breaker army. Is he moving forward for a possible cancel? He does have a TP. Rebought that. Crucially, the army here for Sock is very small, but perhaps strong enough to get the cancel. Oh, no. Never mind. It's way too late. He realizes he's going to fall back, but he's going to get caught.
Oh, is that forcing a staff or something? Coming in with the slow. Rest of the army needs to engage. There's a speed scroll. And gets him out like that. No additional resources used. And both expos are up now.
Yeah, this is interesting. Two base now, and it seems like we're not gonna have a fight for a little while. Continuing to creep here at the lab is Sock.
Okay, that is better creeping for Sock for sure. Not much in range for Soin currently. Level 4 TC will help a ton, of course. Zeppelin.
Yeah, what's up with that? Against hero focus, maybe? Soin has now scouted the expansion. He's of course really fast with that level 2 endurance aura. He's gonna run south right away. Soin attacking at the same time as Sock. Both gonna be pressuring the expansions right here.
Base raise, everybody. That goes, of course, well with the Panda, but it also does with Lightning Shield. Putting some damage onto the Pastons, but Sock easily retreats. Again, a sharp down, forcing a TP. This Great Hole still up. Also, not too many peons threatened. Trying to jump on top of that army doesn't really work too well, but Slow is kicking in. Needs to use yet another heal scroll if he wants to disengage without losses.
Organized, but the fire came in there, didn't really do much, and this Panda's completely out of mana.
I think there's another unit. I would love to see the Orc expansion now. I think he left the Water Elemental behind somehow, and this might have resulted in 2 to 3 kills.
Yeah, exactly. The Water Elemental was left behind. Some of these peasants, or peons rather, were hurt. And Soin is going into upkeep. Sock still holding on to his gold. 1,000 gold for Sock.
That's a lot of gold. Soin also breaking upkeep, another light. Oh wow, that's a lot of kills for this Water Elemental. Will of course expire now, so it's not really worth it to go there just for the Water Elemental alone. Maybe a Shaman in production could dispel before, but it also requires 2. So yeah, I guess it was the right time. And Sock is playing a little Chimiko-esque with the Invis Panda.
Yeah, Dragon Haze with the fire connecting well right there. Kodo Beast moving forward and gets off 2 Devours. 2 breakers in the stomachs right now. And still, heal scrolls available. 2 heal scrolls available for the Orc. AM in a dicey position. Stomp connects hugely.
Also, that the biggest lightning shield of all time right there against the peasants that were called pretty much in time. Storm was big on the right-hand side. Another lightning shield doesn't connect to anything, but was dispelled before. Well executed by Soin once again. Here's the follow-up, and that's the big damage. Oh, Sock, you're in a world of hurt.
Gonna TP out, try to save all these casters. Oh, and he does. Nicely done. Keeps all the casters alive. Supply is still dead even. I think he TP'd over to the shop. He can use the regen scroll right away.
Yeah.
And
shop control for Soin though.
Yes. A close game so far, but getting now again more heal scrolls is the big advantage for the Orc.
Dude, you know, I gotta get. I'm getting some butterflies in my tummy for this matchup. Chemico versus Lin was a banger, and this action-packed now in the late game as well. Where does this go? We have a heal scroll, we have an info potion for Soin, we have a mana potion and a heal potion for the panda. Once again, a breaker for free, couldn't save him. And Soin chipping away again with a tiny supply lead.
Focus fire now on the panda, lots of damage onto him. He does have some potions. Breath of fire misclick. Oh, didn't hit the Orc army there. Targeting his own, basically. Zeppelin coming in, trying to save the panda, but that Zeppelin's getting purged, and is going to go down. And the panda might be falling. Does he have Invis to save this panda? Doesn't even need it at the moment. Breath of Fire comes in again, lots of damage on the Orc army, and now it's going to be Soin's time to retreat. Saves everything. And that's going to be the next heal scroll, possibly going to suck.
Okay. He should be fast enough, has the resources as well. Double mana potion, prioritizes that for now. Should probably add an invul as well. He is super tanky though, with the parry, with the ring. Not the first target you would think of in a fight.
And now it's going to be Soin's turn to defend at his expansion.
Oh.
Very fun game here. Back and forth, it swings over and over.
They learn
breaker count is still not that high.
They learn to swap the resources, Remo. So now aligned on the left-hand side.
Goodness.
20 supply lead, though.
Wait. When did that happen?
I'm not too sure. Here we go. Drunken Ace, Breath of Fire. He needs mass murder now to catch up. Not even sure if the supply numbers are accurate, but okay, looks like it. Mass repair as well. Oh, the lightning shield. Oh, the storm. Can he dispel against it? Doesn't seem like it. Breath of Fire hits the front line, but in the back line for the human, there is massive, massive damage done. But did he get kills? I don't think so.
I guess it was the Kodos, which devoured the breakers and then the supply jumped
God
more.
Damn, Remo, you're so smart when it comes to Warcraft sometimes.
Yeah, and these Kodos have been working out well. Also the Raiders, a few ensnares here and there to take out some breakers. Some with the ensnares, some with the Kodos. Soin playing this really, really well, getting more experience, getting closer to TC5 and Farseer 4. And Sock still doesn't have level 4 in his own heroes.
And with that, he's also, of course, getting close to the top 8. So in one map is enough. Sock can't afford that at all. He needs to win both maps to still advance. Sock has a heal scroll, 2 mana potions. No heal scroll on Soin's side. And with that, the Breath of Fire is extremely good. He could get 5 kills right there if his panda is not dying, but he's aiming for that hardcore Toad Portal out.
At the very last second, didn't cast Invis on his panda, but 1 kill does lead to the TC level 5. Oh my goodness, that was so close. Even Wind Rider's coming in now. Soin with a giant army.
Yep. Knock, knock. But okay, he's not forcing the issue. He's just retreating. He got a level 5 TC in this fight, by the way. Level 2 Chain Lightning as well. Heal Scroll, Invo Potion secured for the Orc. No healing, but he's close to 2 level ups here. 4-4 around the corner, getting it at the Arachnithids.
Soin is consolidating his forces, trying to heal everything up. Of course, it takes a lot of heal salves to heal all this stuff. He doesn't have a Shadow Hunter, he doesn't have a heal wave. Finally the level 4s, finally the level 2 Brilliance Aura. But that took forever to get here.
Yep. I don't know, man. Sock on the verge of elimination. 3 Kodos still. Could easily eat 9 supply again. And that is something Sock cannot afford. More leveling for the Farseer this time. Soin a little sloppy. Not pulling the TC away, soaking up some unnecessary experience. becoming more and more tanky here with the Ring of Protection +4, Rat Spot for Sock. Not sure what that is. Waiting for the Archmage to pick it up. And Panda Slot Star.
Claws plus 12. Okay. Not bad on an AM. He's gonna be pew-pewing away. But the big damage is, of course, from the Panda. And now Soin should be getting his second heal scroll, if it's available.
Ooh, that might be a game breaker, man. Did he get it? He did. And that is 0 for Sock. Plus a 10 supply deficit, plus a level 5 TC, who did not switch, by the way, in comparison to Lin, did not go for Shockwave. As the Kodos do so well against the Breakers, I guess.
And again saying hello with the Drunken Haze Breath of Fire, but again he's getting punished right away with Purge and Ensnare Focus Fire. It's gonna be a Stomp, and there might be the Panda going down. Does he have the time to use the Invul Potion?
7-second safety. TC as well in trouble. Lots of burning grunts in front. There was heal scroll number 1 right there. Kodo again got a snack. Damn, they're hungry today. And with them being so tanky, he's able to escape. Sock, if you lose this fight, you're out.
Lots of pressure on the human here. Another heal scroll still available. The Panda, no invul anymore. If he dives for the Panda, which he's seemingly doing right now, speed scroll engagement, Sock is going to TP out. Going to position behind his shop. And I think Soin has not lost anything yet.
Yes. Incredible, right? He's at 1,100 gold. Would love for him to go to the marketplace. Look what's available. There might be something for healing there. Heal wards. Oh, second heal scroll again. And now he's starting to lose something. He's going for the Panda once again. 1 hero kill, and it is the round of 8 for the ORC. Can he escape? Oh boy, he has a TP, swaps it over. Can't allow to get stunned once again, because then the damage would be enough. 1 kill. Chain Lightning follow-up, maybe? No.
God, this Orc army is just so huge, man. The Horde is in full force. But now, Soin's gonna respect the opponent. He's gonna TP out as he doesn't have heal scrolls anymore. And it must be Sock going to the shop now to get the next heal scroll.
Sock, dude, how did you hold this against 2 heal scrolls? Maybe a little too hero focus driven for Soin, pushing the issue a little bit.
Great game here for the two, between the two, but it is looking better for Soin now. Definitely still a big supply lead. Farseer gonna look if he can get something at the shop, but no. Heal scroll goes to Sock. 80 supply though.
That's a lot of supply.
The Panda needs level 5. That's what it's gonna take here. He needs level 5. And this camp, I don't think is quite enough.
Archmage is not around. It's gonna be close. Another Scroll of the Beast. Really unlucky. Probably not enough. 4-8 now. And Soin is getting a heal scroll. Out of stock, I guess?
Yeah, I think Sock got it before. But that's a huge army here for the Orc. Looking to
Defender's
smash
advantage,
against
though.
this base.
Defender's advantage. We're about to get level 3 Chain Lightning as well, which is 1,000 damage. And the Panda can reach the backline. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire on Shaman. They wore their furry coat, man. That's not good if that's ignited.
A little bit more experience there. As you said it, this Farseer almost level 5. Same for the Panda. But Soin wants to wait for the next heal scroll. It should be available in a moment.
It's really curious how Lin was very, very early switching to wave and only going for the units as he couldn't reach anything. And Soin is still aiming for the heroes with this Panda so tanky. I think there's not the biggest surprise here, but I think I like Lin's approach better.
Not looking too bad for Soin though. Oh, in this Panda. Ooh, he's trying to steal it.
Can he reveal against it somehow? Doesn't want to. Panda didn't get, or did get an invul, I think. 1 heal scroll, 1 invul on each side. Mana potion on each side. Oh, Soin is going for a stalemate breaker. Bottom right expansion, of course. We're at the 24-minute mark. The main bases are empty. Expansions will last a little.
Sock is having a tough time just building a big army. He's been sitting at 55, 60 for so long. He never gets up there.
Okay, another push. Alta gone. Doesn't really need it. If a hero dies here, the game is over anyway. Soin would be the third orc qualified after Lin and Focus. And here we go. Chain Lightning, first kill, that secures level 5.
Yeah, sniping these castles here easily. The Grunt with Lightning Shield was putting pressure on the expansion.
So
it's
close.
Almost level 5 Panda.
Yeah.
Almost.
But there's no creeps around. We have, I think, a Lightning Shield TC or an Illusion in the expansion. Oh, probably an Illusion. Calls for Militia already. So with a lot of smart moves. So it is so broke all the time. Adding 2 Wyvern, I like that. There's a big blocker line. It's super hard to connect for everything else. So why not add air when there's very little anti-air?
And it's gonna have to be the fight. Sock has to go in. The AM getting stomped right away. Drunkenness, Breath of Fire, there it is. First big connection, but he's gonna need many more of those. And he needs that level 5. Militia in the back, if they take out a Raider, maybe that's gonna be enough.
He's going for the heroes once again. If the Panda is to fall, that's game. Invo Potion, very early. Wanted to dodge that Invo once again. That's level 5, that's level 3. I think this was just a level 2 one. So in at 76, the Kodos again ate something. Sock, realistically, only at 50 pop right now. And so it is breaking into high upkeep.
Against Breath of Fire, big damage, but also Heal Scroll coming in against it. Panda, or rather the TC out of mana, going for the next stomp with the mana potion, going for the Pandaren, and he is dead! He had the TP but couldn't use it in time. Second hero goes down for Sock, and that might be the end for him in this tournament. The group stage, perhaps his final destination. TC level 6 now unkillable, and Soin, he's gonna claw his way through here.
Mr. Tier 1 tournament at this point, I guess. TC with the ultimate, of course. He shall never die. More breakers falling. Couple of them are still in the stomachs of the Kodos. Grunts are falling all right, but Soin is still at 80. Obviously, Sock not giving this up, but how do you get back? I think the altar was never rebuilt, so it will take a lifetime to get this Panda back. Do you want to go into the middle for the Tavern Revive? You can't even afford that. It's also super risky. Soin has the third base up, and Sock can't even dream of that.
Yeah, Sock had a tough game here, and it seems like now this is gonna be it for him. He's still trying, of course. This is the last chance he has. He wants to give it his all. He doesn't want to tap out prematurely. But Soin with just a huge army, a massive lead. He can go for the Panda Revive now with the Elemental. I'm not sure if he has the gold, though. I think he's missing some.
As we say, Sock is crumbling here. Needs a Hail Mary, needs a miracle at this point. Might need an ultimate, but he's so far away from that. He's trying to disrupt the economy again, but he's losing his tech, so no mana potions on the Panda anymore, which is a huge problem.
Work on 3 bases, that's something we rarely see. There's still a TP, by the way, if Soin needs to get out. But he still has the big army, uses the heal scroll, heals up against the Breath of Fire. And that was the only breath! The Panda didn't have much mana. He's going to TP out now, once again, away from Soin. Soin has been bullying Sock here for the last couple of minutes. It was very close for a long time. Also, this Lightning Shield harass over and over.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Disrupting the mining and leading to the GG. A big sigh of relief out of Soin. This was enough for him to make it into the playoffs. He will be there again tomorrow for the quarterfinals.
For the first time ever, a top run for this guy, Mr. Handsome of the entire Warcraft scene. What a moment for him. He was always in the shadows of the Lins and the Focuses, and obviously the other races, Lola and Sok Chemico. He was the one Korean who never made it. Even Mikhail outshined him at some point when he had his miraculous bronze medal run. But it is finally his time, and his rise to the top of the scene just continues. From a trickster player with a lot of cheese strats to one of the most solid orcs we have. Really cool to see. He continues his streak. He's now 4 and... it's not over yet, but he had a 3-0 streak over Sok before, and it seems like this continues. A crazy back and forth. Sok was competitive, but Soin was always just a bit better, and these Kodos, it was a wonderful dinner for them. And once they ate, and once they got the 9 supply, 10 or into 20 supply, into 30 supply lead, there was no way back. He tried to go for the Panda a couple of times and failed 2-3 times, but then in the end, when he finally got it, that was his quarterfinal.
Yeah, moving away from his Beastmaster style, from his more aggressive style, I wonder if that one could have perhaps done better. Of course, he's on the pulse of time there. Maybe in his most recent games, he felt that the Beastmaster was falling off too hard later, which isn't really the case for the Panda, but there was just barely enough healing. It's so crucial the amount of heal scrolls you get, right? Earlier when we saw Chimiko versus Lin map 2, Lin just barely didn't have enough healing, and here just barely was enough healing. Some Breath of Fire is also missing a bit, some fights being taken in a weird position. Here, for example, fight is all over the place. But the macro choices of which units to make at what time for Soin, absolutely excellent. Love the number of Raiders and Kodos and late game Wyvern that he mixed in there. Never had too many Shaman, never had too many Grunts, always seemingly with the perfect army.
Absolutely. Also, heal scroll timings, exceptional. Was just so well done. Nets are flying. Zeppelin, oh man, this is just middle of the game or something. The highlights are lasting forever in this, as there were so many explosive fights. The early game is sometimes a little timid in this matchup when it's just skirmishes, harass here and there. But once the weapons are online, man, this is so powerful. AoE all over the place, healing and damage. And then it really comes down to execution, who positions himself better, who uses the spells better, who gets better AoE in. And here on map 1, it was Soin, and that's all it took for him to get into the round of 8.
Once again, looking good here for the Orcs. Is there an adjustment that can be made? Chimiko now the only one to keep the human hopes alive. One human in there so far, and one undead only gonna have a chance with 1-2-0. I guess if 15 Sway makes it, you can call him kind of a human player. Seems like he plays human versus Night Elf. That's of course going to be our last game of the day. 1-2-0 versus 15 Sway for that last decision. But before that, we're going to have PCG versus Hawk. Both these guys unfortunately eliminated already, but they're still going to try to show their best.
Absolutely. Maybe some fun strats. Wouldn't mind that. Third place always looks better than a fourth place in a group, of course. And yeah, last match here. 1-0 could be eliminated without losing a single series.
True. If it's going to be a draw between him and 15 Sway, 15 Sway is going to make it through. 15 Sway with a better score so far. 3 points for 15 Sway and only 2 for 1-2-0. Getting 2 draws there before against Foggy and Lawliant.
Oh man. One of the best group stages ever. I feel like it's not even close.
I agree. I think this is by far the most exciting. I think this is the coolest format that we've had, and also very competitive, good games for the most part. We're missing a few players, unfortunately, here. We would love to see Happy TH Infi also in this tournament, but there is absolutely world-class players all over the place in this tourney.
Who's this Orc player again who lost to Alice recently? I think people talk a lot about him.
True, Hitman would also be wonderful to see here, but the Western players there mentioned don't want to play on the high ping. Not a problem for Foggy. He doesn't mind, and he performs always. He took first place earlier. We're going to see him tomorrow either against Lin, Soin, or Focus. So he's certainly going to be going up against Orc.
True, he can start his prep already. Of course, everybody plays it a little differently, but you know, practice versus Orc, maybe alongside Cash or Cooper or Spiral. I hope he finds a practice partner and he can grind and go back into his hyperbolic time chamber. This is the first time where he doesn't have an entire day to prepare. Maybe that hurts him a little.
Hopefully he can make as much use of these hours as he can. Foggy, he's gonna have a tailor-made strategy prepared as always. And we see the maps again for some reason. That's new, right?
No, we see it every time.
Yeah, true.
Remo, over 30 years old already. His memory is taking damage. But yeah, we're moving.
Actually, I knew this. I got so. I put myself into this mental spot where I thought, well, the series is over already because the decision has been made. But it's not over yet. We have a second map, boys. And there, we're gonna see if Sock can get one more point here. Although it doesn't really matter.
No, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Sock rushing over instantly with a tower push. But hey, not yet. Maybe later down the map. Or they fight with dignity and play this out. Man, this is like a celebratory round for Soin right here. Can pretty much do whatever he wants. Doesn't change anything except the point results in the end. Really happy for him, man.
Yeah, the Koreans for the most part though are pretty serious and always want to try their best and don't want to disappoint their fans and so on. We've all heard it many times before. But yeah, this is a great result for Soin. This is a really good showing for him. Putting himself on the map once again. And he doesn't want to live in that shadow anymore of Moon and Lin and all the others.
Oh, big shadow though. I would love to have that big shadow in like this 35 degrees we have in Germany at the moment.
Is it for you? 35 degrees?
It's freaking hot, dude. I'm sweating like crazy.
Wow, then this is the rare occasion where it's the other way around because in mine it's pretty chill. It's like 25 degrees or something.
Well, still better than living in a flood situation like Cologne and all the other cities. Stay safe, friends. We have a Blade Master. Ha!
Blade Master first. Okay, this is absolutely not meta anymore. It used to be played in the past. Every blue moon, you still get to see it on Last Refuge, but doesn't seem like the best hero choice against human anymore. But yeah, why not play it now?
Yeah, for fun, right? If you enjoy playing this hero, then why not come in as a surprise here as well? I mean, you expect the hero to harass you, but one of the two first hero choices can come out of the shadows and just boom, steal your thunder.
And the timing is perfect here to intercept the Archmage. Archmage against Blade Master and early grunts. Man, this is old school right away. And this Arcane Tower turns out to be, in this game, pretty much a complete waste.
Yep, absolutely useless. Burning Blade Master's mana doesn't happen too often, I guess. Okay, then we play Ring Around the Rosie. Archmage is trying to run away. And Soin nicely preventing level 2 with that.
Militia could be called over to the little green camp. That's something that's quite popular. And that's something also that Soin is going to keep in mind here. Going to check over at the green, see what's going on there, but no militia. So, once again, going to look for the old man on the horse. Good grunt scouting. Soin really on top of this early game.
Here we go, then Archmage's trying to move around. Very easy to creep the natural here, but not too easy if the Blade Master's around.
Oh, I think he didn't see the Windwalk.
Oh boy.
Oh, and he gets the steal on the item. Only the ring, but still a big move.
Dude, man, these eliminated players, just like Lawlight before, the second games just hurt to see.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rough one. But if you get MK with Clap and Sorceresses at some point, the Blade Master's always going to have a tough time.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how badly the early game went, and the AM should still get level 2 at some point. And should be rifles, I guess.
Blade Master very tanky. 400 gold for Soin. Archmage still not level 2, 4 minutes in, and rifles confirmed.
Yeah, this was a couple of years ago. First shown very impressively by TH and Infi, who discovered that playing MK and caster rifles against Blade Master is super good. Play the mid game pretty passive, go on a creeping mission, get MK level 3, level 4, go into upkeep possibly with a couple of Sorks, and then with Clap, the slow of Clap that is, with Clap slow plus the slow from the Sorceresses, the Blade Master is going to be super controlled, they're going to have a very tough time, and same is the case for the Grunts. That is the reason why this whole Farseer first meta initially started. And we'll see if Sock can still win this game, even if the motivation isn't that high.
Okay, he's definitely trying. Level 2 finally acquired. I'm looking forward to some Mountain King claps, man. Feels like an eternity ago that I saw that. I mean, I do love my Breath of Fire as well, but a Mountain King clap is always something special.
TC second, what? Blade plus TC. Okay, I mean, of course, very effective always against riflemen.
As long as there are no breaker walls, for sure. That does hurt if you stomp all them. Grunts are getting the snapper. And TC with aura first.
Can start creeping pretty efficiently on his side of the map. Oh, nice save on the grunt. That one will not go down.
Soin is really looking hot this WGL. So many low hit point saves.
And we got the shaman on their way. With the militia call, it's going to be a big camp here also to go for Sock. With a lab. If the Blade Master can steal something here, that would be huge.
For example, this rock golem. He should definitely be aware that this is a possibility. Ooh, still in the shadows. Going for the rifleman. That one is taken out. I was about to say, can he steal this item? But no, he was slot star.
Great item from the MK. Plus 9 strength, plus 3 armor. He's super tanky, has good DPS.
But we also see that Soin clearly didn't forget how to play a Blade Master. Pretty well done.
Yeah. Dude, he's almost level 3 already. That's super quick.
Super quick. TC no stomp yet. That will change here. If he goes Shockwave, it would be a little bit of a troll confirmed. No, it's not. Look at the beauty around this marketplace. Right, Remo? Exactly your style, isn't it?
I mean, I guess. I'm not much of a diver. I have some friends who are, though. They would be overjoyed seeing something like that. Creepjack coming in, TC controlled, 1 rifle taken out right away. Level 3 for the blade already. Speed stroll, and on the chase. And this is not looking good for Sock at all, is it?
Oh.
Keeps on losing units. 41 supply. No, wait, 45 supply. Actually, he has the lead here. TC's in trouble. In real trouble. Dropping low, 100 HP only. He's going to be out of the fight for now.
Okay, might be a grunt dropping here as well. Maybe even 2. Trying to disengage. What does he have left? He has a speed scroll on the TC. Oh, that's quite far away. Gets a Stormbolt again, so at least 1 grunt secured. Getting him closer to level 3 on the Archmage. Very close, actually. Level 2 on the 2 second heroes. And we're gearing up for the mid-game stages. Gets the slippers. Finally, the marketplace in use.
This Blade Master looking quite respectable now. Plus 7 agi and some bonus attack speed from those gloves. Levels for the MK still not the most impressive. Has the perfect lineup here for a clap, but goes for the Stormbolt instead to control this TC. Aggressive purges against the rifleman. 1 more is going to go down. It's like rifle kill number 4 or something this game. There's been so many, and there might be another one in trouble.
But also grunts are dropping like flies. This was also number 3 or 4 at this point. Blade Master still trying to get some damage in, but the Sorks are ready with the slow.
Oh yeah, looking at the supply, we see Soin definitely struggling a bit here. Down to 36 only. Sock at 50, pretty much. And getting very close now to level 3 MK.
Can he keep this expo up when this push is hitting him? Needs reinforcements, so also 400 gold. Run to the hills. Double heal scroll for Soin.
Alright, that's good to have against the clap, but it was also 500 gold. He still wasn't able to make any units here.
I wonder if he misclicked the second scroll, if he just pressed the button to get the first one secured.
And now we got MK level 3, and Sock is in a perfect position now to attack this expansion. It just finished. It hasn't paid off anything yet. Only now with a couple of peons returning gold. But it seems like someone's gonna have to give this one up.
It's not so easy to hold this, that's for sure. is he competing for this? He can't really afford that, right? Cool timing by Sock. He has his rifle style down, man. He has the timings down. Good fights as well. Too many losses. At least level 3 for the TC now.
Smaller army for the Orc. That double heal scroll. Can it make the difference? Stormbolt on the TC right away. He has heal scrolls, but no invul potions.
Yep.
This TC might be in trouble.
Hero focus trying to go for it, but Blade Master has no windwalk anymore. Can't position, really. Rifles go down. The Expo is still up as there's mass repair. Soin, this would be a kind of a magical hold. He's dropping way too many rifles, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's 3 rifles going down so far. A lot of kills suddenly coming out of nowhere. Stock also super rich though. He had 800 gold there, didn't quite spend it right away. MK's running out of mana. That's it for the mana.
Supply is
Nothing
even.
left in the Mountain King.
Supply is even. Where's the 10 supply lead? Militia coming in now. Sock clearly wants to end this now.
Both heal scrolls are now gone for Soin, so things are gonna get a lot tougher from here. Sock could go for a shop right here if he wants, which would be a great idea for Clarity's mana pots.
Builds the shop also makes this really hard to engage as long as there is a building. Tiny needle hole. Okay, this might be the 1-1 equalizer. Again, doesn't change anything in this best of 2. Storms are good. Maybe we do see the hero focus and the town portal forced. I guess that's the only way to stay in this.
Would be a magical clap right here. Oh, baby! In the middle of everything. That must have felt good. Blade Master's coming back from the shop. He's bringing in the heal scroll. And it's desperately needed.
Yo.
Is it gonna be enough, though?
Okay, we're going for the hero, aren't we? Okay, we're not. Rather for the rifles. Takes 2 of them out. Heal scroll also. Big impact. But now, no mana anymore. Oh, there's a TC. There's a mana push on the TC, actually.
He could just Stormbolt the TC, can kill him. But he's not trying that yet. Purge, focus. On the AM, has to give him the invul potion. Nicely done.
Really?
Uses it, plays it safe. Soin is still somehow in this.
Cool fights. The peons trying to get the cattle cow away. All of a sudden, the Mountain King is surrounded, trying to TP out, and he finally gets the time he needs. And guess what, Remo? That Expo survived.
Yeah, it's still standing.
Oh, tier 3.
Sock went tier 3 in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too
Oh,
easy.
Blood Mage.
Yo.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be a pretty helpful Blood Mage.
Yeah, how do you count a tier 3 human?
Not easy to do with Grunt Shaman only, especially if you don't have a Farseer, I guess. The TC is level almost 4, so that's kind of nice. Sock has the supply lead, he's got the tech lead. He's got not exactly the experience lead, but the triple hero certainly does help him here. And this expansion should finally go down. We've been waiting for it for a while, but this should do it.
Well, don't talk too soon. There's no speed scroll, there's no TP. I guess there's no chance to hold this, but I said this before, and we'll see. So, is there a way? No, right? There can't be.
Oh, it's gonna dry. To go
Dry?
in with a blaze of glory.
Would be a nice goodbye for Sock out of this tournament to end it with a win.
Inner fire now as well. Oh, that's gonna be very nice to have.
Inner fire rifles, let's go, baby!
There we see again the strongest human strategy. Inner fire rifles. Couple of Sorks. Oh, that clap out of Invis.
Yeah, he's just clapping his way to the victory, probably. Hero focus again with that Blade Master, of course, the most valuable weapon. Mountain King has no invul potion this time, but... Oh, nicely done. He saved himself here, at least for now. Crit!
Oh
no way, dude.
Wait a minute.
No
Wait a minute.
way, dude! dude! Lightning shield stomp! Oh! What?
Dude, Soin, how is he holding these attacks?
Really well.
It's pretty crazy. Sock had to go for the tavern, revive the MK completely out of mana, also low HP.
Oh boy, can you imagine the Twitch chat in the next days? Human can't even win with tier 3 against Orc tier 2!
It's pretty sick how Soin is doing this, man.
Yeah, right? He's
Actually really impressive. He got the heal scroll again. There's still no Invo Potion on the human. Purge, Focus Fire on the Archmage. There is Invis, but he has a detection against it. But the clap now starting to stack up, along with the slow from the Sorks. Siphon coming through. TC is completely dry. Okay, this may have been one step too far here for Soin. The next clap is gonna be glorious.
Oh yeah, he's coming.
Okay, wasn't even there.
Being fat now,
so much
though.
mana.
Synergy is amazing. I guess Soin had his time. Look at his smile, man. He's like, ah, I enjoy this, man. This is fun. Still not over.
Dude, if you can hold this again, that would be crazy.
There's an Invo Potion on the MK now. There's an Invo Potion on the Blade. No heal scroll. TC super low. Has a mana potion this time.
So can't really expand there. This camp wasn't cleared yet. Alright. This is attack number 4 against this expansion.
Guess that's
This
it.
time it seems like Soin won't try to defend.
Wouldn't even mind to see a Flame Strike here instead of Banish, just to make sure that this Great Hole burns in hell.
Forces the TP back and can just walk away. The level 2 endurance aura really good here. This movement speed, big advantage. The only advantage perhaps that he has left. The army consisting of 1 grunt and 5 shaman does not seem very fight ready.
Still staying in this though, he really wants this W. Not giving this up. With excellent fight execution, as he showed before, there might be a possibility, but it's gonna be so hard. Level 2 Stormbolt around the corner as well. Can save a lot of units with that Banish, especially against the Blade Master.
Crit level 3 might be achieved here. Gets a Lion Horn from the creep camp, always a good item. Going in for the Archmage. Stomp is gonna be ready in a second. Gets Stormbolted first though.
TC.
Can't go in for the Stomp. AM falling back. Oh, the
AM.
critical strike.
Oh, Banish, sorry. Close. Can dispel. Ooh, Purge! Another Banish. Purge against it. Man, the Blade Master needs to reach. Boom! TC comes in from the left-hand side, kills the Archmage. Losing 20 supply over this though. But hey, Archmage's dead.
Town Hall!
Oh, man, a Town Hall. Smile on the face of Sock as well. Soin is smiling over all he is as well. As we said, roommates, big buddies. This is no disrespect. This is just fun, as you can see on their reactions. Cool to see that, man, that they enjoy this still.
Hopefully he texts there as well. Let's go.
Ah, he doesn't have the resources
GG
at
is
the moment.
called.
GG is called. Alright. Ah, it's a little patch for Sock there, but Soin is still the one qualifying. Congrats, Sock. Hope you get a great DreamHack run. But yeah, that WGL run is over. At least like this, right? With a fun game. With smiles on their faces.
At the end of the day, it's still a game, right? Still, we're supposed to have fun, and they did have fun there in the end. Perhaps tomorrow when he wakes up, the fun is gonna have disappeared, as Sock's gonna realize he didn't make it into the playoffs. Only one single human made it through. Chimiko, his countryman, his rival, has been looking extremely good lately. Sock, at the moment, not in his best shape. He's gonna have to practice a bit more. He's gonna have to iron out his mistakes, and then we're gonna see him hopefully come back stronger.
Yeah.
After this tournament in the DreamHacks and the other tourneys. And Soin is going to join Focus and Lin as the third orc in the top.
That was a fun match with a lot of highlights, I assume. Great holds by Soin. he will be facing Moon or Chemico or Foggy in the round of 8 tomorrow. Mind you guys, the group stage was always at 12 Central European Summer Time. Tomorrow and Sunday, the playoffs at 10. Wake up early, set the alarm. I know it's weekend. I know you had a rough week at work and you really want to sleep long, but this weekend is not the weekend for that.
You don't want to miss these games. It's going to be amazing best of fives. We're going to have the cream of the crop playing for these top 4 and finals slots. And we're going to see Soin there again. Soccer is not going to have a chance to display his skills there. But Foggy, Chimico, Lin, so many other greats are following. Our decision here has been made. PCG and Hawk, unfortunately, don't have a chance anymore. But after that, 1-0 and 15 Sway. That's going to be the last game of the day and the big decision there as well. If the underdog, the 19-year-old, the young gun 15 Sway can do it, or 1-2-0 as what would be the only undead. Exactly.
I mean, 15 Sway theoretically is able to play undead as well, right? He's a little bit of a hybrid. We have it confirmed, by the way, we got a Soin interview. Probably in a good mood after this result.
That first game, especially on Northern Isles, really clean by him. Super solid performance there. Game 2, we had a bit of fun. Panda second, perhaps something Sok still has to work on. In his opening match against Linguagua, he showed the Beastmaster, but then went for the Panda after.
Dude, is Sok eliminated because of this one mistake against Linguagua, where he got both heroes surrounded in the base? Pretty much, right?
Yeah. Pretty much indeed.
Ouch. Yeah, Linguagua this tournament was not the player to lose maps against. That was very, very obvious after, like, on day 2 and 3.
Yeah. Unfortunate ending here for him, but he's going to be coming back stronger, I am sure. You know, once Chimico drops off a bit again, Stock's going to come back, right? That's usually the way it goes.
Absolutely, that's the case. Would be nice to see them both on the very, very top level, but at the moment they still play it Highlander style. There can only be one. Getting ready for the Soin interview here. And that is, of course, time for you to check out the About section on this stream. In the VOD description, there's ways to support us here. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow our newly created channel on TikTok if you want to be one of the cool kids on the schoolyard. Show them some Warcraft 3 videos. Not only dancing and karaoke and all. Good old Warcraft 3 highlights done by Out of Warcraft. How about that? How about these groups, Remo Demo? We got the next decision here. Moon Focus qualified. Colorful Soin qualified. Chemical Lin qualified. We will take a look into Group C, who's ending up on 3rd place, as the next game is Hawk vs PCG, and then the big decision in Group D as the final of the day. I was hoping for tiebreakers. We are robbed of more Warcraft, but Rob over there in Shanghai is pretty happy about that. One more decision here, 15 Sway or 1-2-0. An ultimate upset or finally an undead making it out.
Yeah, 15 Sway, I think he has the chance. I don't think he's going to get a 2-0 here by any means, but one map against 1-0,
yep,
that's doable.
Yep.
1-0 now against the ropes. He's going to feel the pressure here. This is normally a situation that doesn't bother 1-0, even under the highest pressure he can perform, as we've seen in grand finals before. But speaking of grand finals in Gold League, it's been a long time for 1-2-0. Honestly, his results there in WGL and in GCS haven't been that great over these last couple of years.
That's absolutely true. Of course, dive into it once we talk 15 Sway and 1-2-0. But yeah, 4 grand finals for 1-2-0, but there was also the 4 first editions of WGL/GCS. So this is episode number 12. You can do the math, ladies and gentlemen. As we're still waiting for Soin here. Got a couple of subs as well. Varian Vrin, 14 months. Jack Gare for the 2-month. Cornbread Vizier with the Prime sub. Fake Face Chat for the 17 months. What's love, the best duo in the business. Happy WGL, guys. Foggy Hype. King Kiko almost 3 years. Great casting as always, guys. Do you know if there will be a draw before the playoffs or are they already set? We'll see after the games. So hopefully Wong is with us for the translations, as we are now joined by our wonderful host who usually does StarCraft 2, as I heard, by the way. And Wong translating. So first of all, I think I can translate that already. Hey Soin, say hello to the fans. Hello, I'm Soin. Hello.
其实，我没有记错的话，Soin选手应该是第一次进入到黄金联赛的8强。想要问一下我们的
Soin, this is your first time in the round of 8 in the quarterfinal. So, how are your emotions and your thoughts right now?
혹시 8강 진출 소감 한마디 해주실 수 있어요?
제가 골드리그에서 8강을 처음 가보는 거라서 굉장히 기분이 좋고요. 좀 마지막에 속 선수랑 마지막 매치를 하게 돼서 좀 씁쓸했지만 그래도 제가 이겨서 기분은 더 좋네요.
首先这是我第一次参加黄金联赛，晋级黄金联赛的8强，我感到很开心。虽然最后一场争夺战是跟我的好朋友 So 来争夺一个名额，但是既然晋级8强了，他也会好好努力，也现在非常开心。
是的，我们也希望他能够带着好兄弟的信念。
So first of all, I'm super happy, even though the last match was against my good brother Sog. I will do my best in the playoffs. So apparently the playoff brackets are already set, and we know about this as the host is asking in the quarterfinals. You will be facing Moon. How will you prepare for that?
저 1위인 장재호 선수를 만나게 되는데 혹시 따로 준비하거나 특별하게 준비할 거 있어요?
글쎄요. 이게 지금 나이트엘프 상대하기가 너무 어려운 것 같아서 준비는 하겠는데 가뜩이나 장재호 선수여가지고 좀 자신감이 많이 없는 상태입니다.
Well, it's super hard to play against any Night Elf. I'm not that confident, but I will try my best, as of course he will, as always. Maybe he can practice with Lawlight if he feels like playing, which is kind of doubtful. So we knew that this, like the playoff bracket is already determined. There will not be a drawing. We thought that Nettie's maybe wants to present it first in some kind of way, but okay. We got the playoff bracket now, and it is Moon vs Soin, Chemical versus either 1-0 or 15 Sway, whoever advances there, Focus versus Colorful in an LP Club Derby, and Lin versus Foggy. Whew! You're muted.
It's some killer games, dude. That's gonna be an exciting round of 8. And kind of surprised that they didn't do a drawing here, but I guess they did it beforehand. Yeah, we're gonna find out what it's gonna be like tomorrow. But of course, we're not done for the day. We have 2 more matches here. 1-0 versus 15 Sway is gonna be the decision later as the last game. And Hawk and PCG is still gonna have a chance to show what they could do in our next match coming up.
This could be a very, very wild and cheesy one, so don't go anywhere. Hawk vs PCG coming up.